What's good, YouTube? It's your boy Raymond Tackle Forever. Welcome to my YouTube channel. Today I'm about to another video. Before I get into that video, I want to remind everyone that I do leave a link to a different playlist in every description box. Take the time to click on those links, run the views up, run the thumbs up, run the comments up, share the video. Most importantly, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Today I'm about another video. Today I'm sharing my thoughts on Tupac Shakur's murder suspect recent arrest. Yes, Tupac Shakur murder suspect recent arrest. You know, I don't know how to start this off, but when I seen in the article, I say, man, I got to discuss this. I have to discuss this because of the title. You know, just because of the title, I have to discuss this. Tupac murder suspect recent arrest. I watched all the videos on YouTube so far, multiple times last week, like every day, 3 times a day. And one stuck out the most to me is CNN story. And I'm going to tell y'all what it's all about. I'm going to get to in summary turn that we want to watch the whole video. The hotel fight with Tupac, Suge Knight, Orlando Brown, that fight. After that fight, they left, Suge and Tupac left. The fight got broken up by security, and they left the hotel. Orlando Brown, his uncle, the guy that just got arrested, I think his name, let me get his name. His name is Keefe D. I forgot his original name, his birth name. And his birth name is nowhere in the article. And after that fight, they told Keefe D about it. Keefe D made some call, get a gun brought to the Vegas area or whatever, get a gun. By the time they get to the hotel, get to the car, the gun is there. Take the gun. Keefe take the gun, throw it in the back seat. They all get in the car, get in the white Cadillac, drive around looking for Suge and Tupac, who was already left previous. They drove around, ended up running to the Tupac and Suge in a BMW, pulled on the side, went shooting. Tupac was hit how many times? Died 6 days later in the hospital. What led to Keefe D arrest is that this is what happened. Before I say what happened, I don't understand how, but I'm going to say what happened first. This is what happened. Keefe D is in 2 different interviews. One interview in 2008. No, let me start from the beginning. I ain't gonna start. I'm gonna start at this. Keefe D was arrested some years later after Tupac died in the hospital. He was arrested some years later on drug charges. And I guess he tried to make it like a change, drop the drug charges, and I admit to killing Tupac. He tried to play that card in the arrest. So I guess he'd have got less time for the murder than what he was facing prior for the drugs he was caught with. And that didn't get held up. He got acquitted of that. So I'm assuming he felt that he was untouchable. He can talk about this all he want, he can discuss and admit all he want, and nothing will be done. So Keefe went on an interview with, I think I can't remember, the first interview was BET or was a social media network. He was in an interview in 08. Tupac died in 96. 08, he's in an interview. He admitting to being in the car and admitting some other things that only people at the scene would have known. Then, 2018, he admitted again in another interview the same thing, that he was in the car and they were asking questions. He admitted to being in the passenger seat, the passenger front seat of the car. He didn't say who else was in the car. He didn't say who pulled the trigger because of the street code. And then the news reporter went to ask him, what other role did you play in this? So that's what got him indicted on this murder case, that right there. Him admitting in 2 different interviews that he was in the car. Not saying what his role was in the car, but the fact that he was in the car was enough for them to indict him, because Vegas, since it happened in Vegas, Vegas has the same law that Florida have. You don't have to be the one to do the murder in order to be charged with the murder. So let's say me and 3 of my homeboys, we rob a bank and two people are dead. two of my homies get dead and they catch the other two, they gonna charge the other two with the murder of the other two. The two alive with the murder of the other two. So that was going in this situation. He's the only one still alive. Out of all four people in the car, Orlando Brown and the other two guys, all of them are deceased. So he was charged with the murder. He's being charged with it now. Would that hold up in court? Is a chance it was, a chance it won't. However, this is the police, FBI, everybody's last opportunity to get someone convicted for Tupac Shakur murder. Because as I said previously, everybody else is dead. Everybody else is deceased. They didn't say nothing. And neither no YouTube video have they said how the other three died. They just said they all deceased. Him, Keefe and D, Keefe D and Suge Knight's only two alive. And you know about the street code, Suge Knight about to testify. Suge Knight gonna testify against him. So this might hold up, this might not hold up. Due to that law in Vegas that you don't have to be the one to pull the trigger, as long as they can prove that you was there, that's all they need. They charge you with the murder. How would they prove that Keefe D was in the car? I have no idea, but it's obvious enough to indict him and charge him with the murder of Tupac. But let's see what it'll be enough for a judge to sentence him back to prison time for the murder of Tupac Shakur. That's what's going on with this here. You know, Keefe D is already 60 years old. Already 60 years old. So if he do get convicted, he'll be looking at a lot of time. He'll be looking at a lot of time. I mean, a lot of time. Probably next 10, 15 years behind bars. You know, but it's just crazy that everyone overlooked that one fact. Everyone. You talking about how many law enforcement officers, precincts investigate this case from 96 to right now and didn't see this simple fact. Even the show with Ice-T, I think it's called Law and Order, the show that he's on, they investigated a whole, with like a 3-day series on it and overlooked this one fact. These two interviews that he admitted to being in the car. Even the TV show with Shamar Moore, the TV show he on, they did I think a 3-day special as well. And how in the hell did everyone overlook this information? How in the hell did they not see these two interviews? How? Who kept these two interviews hidden for that long? One was in 2008, one was in 2018. Who kept both of these interviews hidden for that long? That's a $1 million question. Who kept both of these interviews hidden for that long? Because it needs to come out. Who kept those interviews hidden for that long? That's what I would like to know. That's the $1 million question I have. Who kept both of those interviews? Keefe D admitting to being in the car. Because he was the fourth person in the car. The other three are deceased. Who else can they charge? And why wasn't the other three charged? Why wasn't one of the other three charged before they died, before they were deceased? And it still leads to a lot of questions. I don't really think that's solid enough. I don't really think that's solid enough to hold up in court, because how else can they prove that Keefe D was in the car other than his word of mouth? I mean, do you have any evidence? Do you have any proof? Do you have any footage? What can prove that he was actually in the car? What can prove that? What can prove that he's not seeking attention? I'm just saying, I'm not hating. I would like to see justice just as well as Tupac other fans like to see a justice, but how can they prove it? How can they come with solid evidence? I never knew word of mouth to hold up in court other than the Bill Cosby case, other than the R. Kelly case. I never knew word of mouth to hold up in court. In my opinion, just being real, I never knew word of mouth being considered solid evidence to hold up in court. That's just my opinion, because Tupac fans are saying they don't want nothing to do with it. They don't care about justice because they had a lot of bad experiences over the years with the police. And I understand that because you got to understand, Tupac mom and father was Black Panthers. Tupac mom and father was Black Panthers. So I can respect their opinion. Due to bad experience with the police, they don't want nothing to do with it. They don't want to know who killed Tupac. I mean, and that's not going to bring them back. But at least the world would know who pulled that trigger. You know, the two people alive right now that know who pulled the trigger, which is Keefy D and Suge Knight. But I want to bring y'all other day on that. For a shout out, my shout out video the last Sunday in October, y'all tell me in the comment how y'all feel. Do y'all think that evidence would be enough to hold up in court and convict Keefy D to prison time? Let me know in the comments. I give you a shout out, my shout out video the last Sunday in October. If you like my thoughts on this situation, take the time to subscribe, like, comment, share. Make sure you turn on post notifications. That way you'll be notified every time I upload a new video. I do leave a link to a different playlist in every description box. Take the time to click on those links, run the views up, run the thumbs up, run the comments up. And if you feel the need to share the playlist, feel free to share the playlist.